Gypsy just cost somebody their job for some hair dye. So, for my people that aren't hair dye people, Salon Centric is a license-only building. So you have to have your cosmetology license to buy hair dye at Salon Centric. If you go into a hair salon shop and you don't know what you're buying, maybe you should research it first, because she bought so many different developers that she's never going to use, and she basically just wasted money on going to this shop. So not only did she waste money, but she cost somebody their job. Gypsy, you got to follow the rules like everybody else. You can't play victim in this one.
I worked at Salon Centric, and Gypsy Rose Blanchard, convicted unaliver. I'd give her, take it all. I'm going to say no. No, you can take it. It's fine.
This is actually much deeper than I thought it was at first, because I was like, yeah, so big deal. But, so let's just start off here by verifying that Salon Centric, yes, a cosmetology license is required to shop at Salon Centric. So at first when I Googled it, right, according to Louisiana law, this is what Google had to say, that there could be fines and penalties, legal action. The state cosmetology board or regulatory agency could take action against the individual who used the license, potentially suspending or revoking their license if they have one. The establishment could also face legal repercussions. Criminal charges, depending on the severity of the violation and the state laws, using someone else's license could be considered a criminal offense, leading to potential arrest and prosecution. And I thought, over some hair products? What? But they look at it like this, that it's criminal impersonation.
So you mean to tell me an unlicensed, high-profile convict was able to walk herself up into Salon Centric and buy whatever she wanted? Oh, but don't let my app not work to scan my card. They want my ID, social security number, 4 pieces of mail, and my left toe. You know that girl that works there? Don't let her do that. She's gonna lose her job. Imagine losing your job over Gypsy Rose and some Redken lightener.
She just got out of prison, and somehow she's already getting access to places even licensed professionals need credentials for. Yep, Gypsy Rose Blanchard is once again at the center of online controversy, this time for shopping at a beauty supply store called Salon Centric. The catch? This store isn't open to just anyone. You need a valid cosmetology license to buy anything from there. So how did people find out Gypsy was in there casually browsing? Because she documented the whole thing in a YouTube vlog. She showed herself strolling through the aisles, choosing hair products, heading home, and attempting a DIY hair color transformation. Viewers were quick to recognize the store's layout, shelves, and product brands, identifying it as Salon Centric. The problem? People who work in the industry saw this and raised an eyebrow. Hair professionals who had to show proof of certification to even step foot in that place were confused and annoyed, asking why Gypsy, who doesn't hold a license, was given access in the first place. As you'd expect, the situation exploded on TikTok, and now both Salon Centric and Gypsy herself are trying to clean up the mess. Stick around, because this one gets messier than a box dye gone wrong. Don't forget to like the video, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the rest of this wild story.
I would just like to know which Salon Centric allowed Gypsy Rose to purchase those professional products. We know she does not have a cosmetology license. You can literally look it up on the Louisiana State Board of Cosmetology records. Does she pretend to be someone else? Does she give them someone else's name? Does she bring someone else's license? Does she make a fake license? There's so many questions here, and not to mention the question to Salon Centric. What the hell? As a stylist, we trust that you're selling to Stylist and not the everyday person. I don't know. Salon Centric should be held accountable, and this is making me believe that Gypsy hasn't changed much. She's still conning people.
After Gypsy's vlog made the rounds, Salon Centric finally stepped in with a public statement, and they didn't exactly deny what happened. In a comment, the company said they proudly support licensed beauty pros and the professional beauty industry. They also admitted that while they're still early in their investigation, they've confirmed that a celebrity, obviously referring to Gypsy, did manage to make purchases at one of their B2B locations. They reassured the public that they're taking it seriously and are now looking into how this slipped through the cracks. According to them, new measures will be put in place to make sure this sort of thing doesn't happen again. Shortly after, creator Lauren posted a video response to Salon Centric's comment, which quickly gained traction. So first, we're going to take a look at what she had to say, and then we'll break down Gypsy's response to the situation.
Salon Centric has commented on the Gypsy Rose issue. I just want to say that this does go beyond Gypsy Rose. It just so happens that she's a public figure. She has a large following. She posted a video shopping in a Salon Centric. She purchased these products, and she posted a video that got millions of views and got a whole industry talking about this situation. As hairstylists, we put a lot of time, money, effort into our career, and for our pro stores to allow things like this to happen is just not okay. These chemicals are very harsh. We need proper training in order to use them. They should not be sold to the everyday consumer. And I'm really glad that Salon Centric is investigating this and acting accordingly. So yeah.
Gypsy ended up dropping 3 separate comments in response to the backlash, starting with an apology. She claimed she didn't realize a license was required to shop at Salon Centric and said she only found out partway through her visit. According to her, an employee told her she could finish her purchase this time, so she went ahead with it. She insisted she wasn't trying to break any rules. It was just a misunderstanding. But that explanation didn't go over well with some viewers. A user named Jamie fired back with a harsh comment, accusing Gypsy of dodging responsibility, saying she always blames others for the consequences of her actions. Jamie even brought up Gypsy's criminal past, comparing it to the current situation and warning that someone might now lose their job over this. Another commenter chimed in, saying that once Gypsy learned about the rules, she should have simply left the store. They questioned why she thought she was qualified to use professional-grade products in the first place. Someone else urged Salon Centric to set a clear example by holding Gypsy accountable. Jamie wasn't done either. She replied again, pointing out that even a quick Google search says Salon Centric is for licensed professionals only. She claimed Gypsy doesn't take responsibility because she sees herself as a victim who can do no wrong, and even went as far as blaming Gypsy's parole officer for letting things slide. Gypsy eventually responded to Jamie again, saying her comments clearly came from a place of personal bias, not just from the situation at hand. She said she was telling her side honestly, reiterated that she had apologized, and reminded Jamie that they don't actually know each other. She also tried to explain how she ended up at Salon Centric in the first place. She Googled where to buy Redken toner, saw the store listed, and went there assuming it was similar to Sally Beauty. She said she didn't notice any signs other than one pointing to the entrance. But here's the issue. There's a massive, clearly visible sign on that store's door that says only licensed professionals are allowed inside. And if you thought it couldn't escalate further, it absolutely did. Lauren, the hairstylist from earlier, came back with another video response. This time, she was reacting to one of Gypsy's more defensive comments, where Gypsy sarcastically thanked someone and complained that people were getting worked up over some effing hair dye. She added that there are real problems in the country, and folks should focus on those instead. So next up, we've got Lauren's blunt and fiery reaction to that message.
It's a lot more than just damn hair care, Gypsy. Someone is losing their job over this. And yes, if the employee was in the wrong, rightfully so, I get it. Yes, I want Salon Centric to look into this matter and figure out what happened. But as a professional, and as all the other stylists is commenting, we know what it's like to shop at a pro store. We know that when we go to checkout, they ask us what our name is, what our phone number is, what salon we work at. So the question that we have as stylists to Salon Centric, to you, is who did you check out under? Did the employee put you under someone else's name? Did you go in saying you were someone else? Or did the employee check you out under their employee ID? I don't know if they can even do that. I'm not a Salon Centric employee. Those are the questions we're asking. But someone will probably lose their job over this. There could be lawsuits against Salon Centric over this. And Salon Centric can probably lose some of their contracts with professional brands over this. There's consequences.
Gypsy followed up in the comments saying she wanted to respond directly to Lauren but wasn't sure how. So she made a video instead and attached it under another comment. She clarified that the employee at Salon Centric didn't question her or request anything from her. She just rang her up. According to Gypsy, the situation wasn't malicious at all. She also claimed the employee mentioned that she bends the rules for other customers too, not just for her, adding a shrugging emoji to brush off the whole thing. Now, about that video.
Okay guys, so I am about to attempt to color my own hair. Oh my god, my hair looks terrible. Okay, so I've been seeing about this TikTok hair trend for 2025, and it's called the Teddy Bear Blonde. So it's a mix of brown and blonde. So I'm here at the store and I'm gonna try it to attempt to do a balayage and this color and bleach myself. So I gotta get everything that I need first. It calls for a 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 scoop of lightener, which is level.
Lauren did respond again, and this time she made it clear that she doesn't believe Gypsy was the only one at fault. She agreed that Salon Centric shares the blame and said as much in her previous videos. However, she also pointed out that even if Gypsy's version of events is true, the attitude she's showing in the comments doesn't exactly help her case. From Lauren's perspective, Gypsy seems dismissive and isn't recognizing how her actions might affect others, especially the employee who could now be in trouble. Then we get to the video Gypsy actually posted. She was replying to another comment that called out the larger issue that someone like Gypsy with her past is casually walking around Louisiana doing things like this and getting away with it. The commenter argued that if Gypsy really was told midway through shopping that she needed a license, then she should have left right then and there.
He may be guilty of fraud to obtain good or services. Applicable law: general theft or fraud statutes. These are the Louisiana laws right here. Penalty depends on the value of goods obtained. If under 1,000, it's a misdemeanor. Over 1,000, it's a felony, which I'm sure it was under 1,000. Violating cosmetology regulations. Louisiana has a strict licensing law for cosmetology under the Louisiana State Board of Cosmetology. Violation: pretending to be a licensed cosmetologist or misusing a license. Potential consequences: fines, cease and desist orders, referral to law enforcement, barred from obtaining a license in the future. Well, congratulations, because didn't you say you wanted to be a cosmetologist? Summary of consequences: if persecuted, she could face criminal charges, misdemeanor or felony, fines ranging from hundreds or thousands of dollars, and possible jail time. Will anything be done about it? Probably not. Should she be held to the same standard? Yeah. Why you would post your criminal activity online? I don't know. For content.
Instead, she stayed, bought the products anyway, and now someone else might be unemployed because of it. And that's the specific comment Gypsy chose to address in her latest video. Let's get into what she had to say.
I'm vlogging the whole experience.
This is the beginning. Ours doesn't have a
So instead of stepping back and maybe thinking, hey, someone could lose their job over this, Gypsy goes ahead and posts a video showing the actual checkout interaction at Salon Centric. You can clearly hear the employee's voice, see part of her body, and there's no question that the company can figure out exactly who this worker is. On top of that, the video shows Gypsy spending over $270, probably even more since the checkout wasn't finished in the clip. Then she attaches a screenshot of a ChatGPT response where she apparently asked if she was at fault for buying products without a license. ChatGPT tells her she's not responsible, listing a few reasons, including a big one, number 4, about not exposing store employees in vlogs. It specifically warns her that posting a video showing someone breaking store policy could get them in trouble, and suggests blurring faces and avoiding identifying information. Pretty reasonable advice. But Gypsy doesn't follow it, and now that video is out there making it very easy for Salon Centric to identify the employee involved.
Hi, I'm Amber. I'm a licensed cosmetologist in Pennsylvania. I just wanted to say that people aren't upset with Gypsy Rose. I mean, they are, but the reason that they're mad about her being in Salon Centric is not because they're bringing up past. They're not just oh, this chick did wrong, she doesn't deserve to shop. Us that actually went to school and put in the blood, sweat, and tears to get that license, that go there and they shop, there's a reason that only we're allowed to shop there. These are chemicals, literal chemicals. What you're buying at Sally's and what you're buying at Salon Centric or a Cosmo Prof is not the same thing. That's why you have to be a licensed professional to use it. So it's giving she was there with somebody else. I'm going to say that right now. Even though they haven't come blatantly out and say that, she was probably shopping under somebody else's phone number. Because again, you can't even check out without giving them your information. They have it on file. I have to give my phone number and confirm all kinds of stuff every single time I go in there.
just to make a purchase. Even if I'm just going to get my hair color. It's offensive. I mean, we worked hard. Why does she just get to walk in there and then claim that the employee let her? I don't believe that for 2 seconds. And also, there's signs all over the door when you walk in that you have to be a licensed professional, that regular people cannot shop here. It's plastered. So it's just gross.
What makes this whole thing even more ridiculous is that Gypsy dropped nearly $300 on hair supplies, most of which she didn't actually need. She was just buying whatever she wanted. Then she goes home, colors her hair, completely messes it up, and has to go to a professional salon anyway to fix it. So all in all, she likely blew close to $1,000 just to botch her hair and have it redone. And let's be honest, her hair has been through it since she got out of prison. The constant bleaching and dyeing, her hair has got to be fried beyond repair at this point. She seriously needs to take a break and let it breathe. But it doesn't stop there. In yet another comment on TikTok, Gypsy finally addresses the big sign on the door that says, "Licensed professionals only." Her response, "Well, I didn't read it then. My mistake, sorry." This is especially ironic coming from someone who tapes signs all over her own house to remind people of basic tasks. One commenter clapped back asking if she thought the huge blue stickers on the door were just for decoration. Gypsy, clearly fed up, snapped back saying, "I said it was a mistake, damn. Y'all act like y'all perfect and never made a mistake in y'all life. With y'all glass houses, get over it. Y'all mad I bought some hair dye, like get a life? Y'all be doing too much." Oh, and here's the kicker. She left that comment under a TikTok account literally called Gypsy's Old Nose. At this point, there's really nothing left to say.
Let me get this straight. Y'all are mad at Gypsy Rose because she bought fucking hair dye? Any dumbass that gets on there...
Hey, Stylist of 44 years here. Yeah, it is a big deal. The big deal is this is posted right on the front door. If you can't read it, it says licensed professionals only. And she still proceeded to go in the door. And then when the gal told her that it was for licensed professionals only, she still proceeded to shop. I don't think you understand. We pay tens of thousands of dollars to get our license to go to school. Then we have to pay fees every year, plus our tools are super expensive. And we get them all at the supply house. Not to mind you, when I go to the supply house, I have to show my Salon Centric card and my driver's license just to make a purchase. I actually went there before and didn't have my card with me, and they wouldn't sell to me. They know me at that store. The problem is no accountability. She blamed the cashier, then she went to ChatGPT and asked if she was right. But the worst part of the whole thing is, she went on YouTube, showed everything, showed the store, showed her doing her hair, and these are chemicals. Do you know how easy it is to get a chemical burn with these? So if you're not licensed, we can't possibly get you to understand that this really is a huge deal.
This whole situation just drives home the point that Gypsy Rose Blanchard seems to care more about her image than anyone else's livelihood. She doesn't even acknowledge the fact that her actions could cost someone their job, in a time when most people can't afford that kind of hit. She completely misses the bigger issue here, that Salon Centric is a professional beauty supply store meant for licensed hairstylists, and for good reason. The policy isn't just some gatekeeping rule. It exists to protect stylists' careers and ensure that the products are being used safely and correctly. These aren't items you grab off the shelf at Walmart. They're high-level chemicals that, if mixed wrong, can seriously damage someone's hair or even cause harm. If a random person walks in, buys a bunch of products, and doesn't know what they're doing, that opens up a liability issue for the store. And if that person posts a viral video about it, that's a nightmare scenario for the brands being sold there. As Lauren pointed out, the companies that partner with Salon Centric don't want their professional-grade products misrepresented by people who don't know how to use them. It reflects poorly on the brand when someone messes up their hair using those products. Even if it's not the product's fault, it still creates bad PR. Consumers start to doubt the quality of the product just based on one influencer's failed attempt.
There seems to be some confusion, so I'm here to clear it up for you. Guys, we have to talk about Gypsy Rose going to Salon Centric. It is all over my For You page right now, and we need to have a conversation. I keep seeing so many people post videos, hairstylists and people that are not hairstylists, and there seems to be some confusion. So let me clear this up for you. Hairstylists and professionals who have paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for their license are upset that Gypsy Rose, aka a client, aka a regular person without a license, was able to buy at a professional store that you have to have a license to purchase products. There are clients and people who are not hairstylists coming on the internet, and they're like, there are bigger problems in the world. I cannot believe all these hairstylists are upset that Gypsy Rose went to Salon Centric and bought all this hair color. It's not the fact that it's Gypsy Rose. Like, okay, crazy Gypsy Rose.
Experienced creators understand this. They're cautious. They know the responsibility that comes with platform influence. Gypsy clearly doesn't. Instead, she's been pumping out video after video without thinking through the consequences. First, it was the family vlogs, where people called her out for unsafe parenting practices, like Aurora's car seat being improperly used or items left dangerously close to her crib. Now it's this Salon Centric drama. It's always something. And the problem is, it's not just inexperience, it's the refusal to take accountability. Rather than owning up to these repeated missteps, she keeps shifting the blame or trying to defend herself when what she really needs to do is stop, reflect, and maybe just step away from social media for a while.
It's like, okay, crazy Gypsy Rose, someone who, her mom, cool. It's the fact that she does not have a license and she is able to buy professional products at a store without a license. That's the problem. Regular clients should not be able to go to a professional store where there's so much red tape for professionals to be able to go in and just so easily buy products. My mom can't even go into the store and use my number and buy products without them calling me and saying like, hey, this woman is here trying to get products for me, trying to get products. Next time if she comes in here, you need to call ahead and let us know that she's coming. Like, as a professional, I have to do that for my mom. So the fact that someone just came in off the street, Gypsy Rose or not Gypsy Rose, anybody can come off the street and just go into Salon Centric and buy products. That's the issue. Salon Centric has launched an investigation on this situation, but there seems to be some confusion. So I'm here to clear it up for you. That's the reason, is that there's so many people who have spent thousands of dollars on their license, and we deserve to have that perk of not having regular people be able to go and buy for our price. So that's kind of how the consumer works. We pay a certain amount and then we charge retail to be able to make money and make a living. That's how the cycle of life works and income works. So I hope that clears it up for people who are like, it's just hair color. It is just hair color and there are bigger issues in the world. However, it's the principle. Salon Centric is on it. They're on top of it and they're going to figure it out. They've already said multiple times they're launching an investigation. So that's the tea.
And of course, people are brought up the crime. Dee, Nick, all of it. And Gypsy's go-to response is always, what does that have to do with this? Like, come on. It has everything to do with this. You can't try to play the changed woman card and then turn around and act like rules don't apply to you. This whole thing is just a clear example of someone doing whatever they want because they think they can get away with it. And sure, Gypsy's been saying for over a year now that she wants to be respected, to move on, to be a better person, but her actions keep saying otherwise. Some people might shrug this off and think it's not that deep. Some might even be typing in the comments right now blaming the retail worker. But I'm not blaming her. That employee did tell Gypsy it wasn't the right situation, and even if she allowed it to slide just this once, it shouldn't have happened, especially if Gypsy is truly trying to do better. We also don't know what kind of pressure that worker felt. Imagine being face-to-face with someone who's been convicted of murder. You might not feel safe or empowered to say no. So yeah, that's the latest on this Salon Centric mess. I really hope that retail worker doesn't lose her job over this. She doesn't deserve that. I wasn't even planning on posting today, but after that last post about her frying her hair, I figured I might as well give the full update, because every time Gypsy says she's unbothered, she's right back arguing in the comments instead of, I don't know, taking care of her baby. If you've got time to scroll TikTok and clap back at everyone, maybe log off and reprioritize. Anyway, I'm done for today. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like and drop a comment. And if you want to see more from me in the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.